this every day.
I'm bae, E-Tray.
OJ and Bombay.
I'm bae, E-Tray.
We raw like Monday.
I'm bae, E-Tray.
Water than Deontay.
I'm bae, E-Tray.
We speaking knowledge, spitting facts.
I'm bae, E-Tray.
We don't lie, no, we don't cap.
I'm bae, E-Tray.
What they say ain't run it back.
I'm bae, E-Tray.
Ain't get where it's at.
I'm bae, E-Tray.
We do this every day.
I'm bae, E-Tray.
OJ and Bombay.
I'm bae, E-Tray.
We raw like Monday.
I'm bae, E-Tray.
Water than Deontay.
I'm bae, E-Tray.
We speaking knowledge, spitting facts.
I'm bae, E-Tray.
We don't lie, no, we don't cap.
I'm bae, E-Tray.
What they say ain't run it back. I'm Tray, she Bay, ain't get where it's at.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the official Bay and Tray podcast.
Bay and Tray.
I'm Monique, aka Bay,
And I am Tray Vaughn, aka Tray.
and we're super excited to finally be doing this. I know y'all were waiting and seeing if we were actually gonna drop a podcast or not.
We wasn't capping. We were not capping.
No, anticipation is like literally the best part. Like when it's about to be your birthday, like you get so excited the week before your birthday. So the build up, exactly. And now y'all are tuned in at the edge of your seats, waiting for what we have to say.
Dun dun dun.
And, we also wanted to make sure that we were coming to you all with the right amount of content.
Facts,
and
facts.
with talking about stuff that you all want to hear about, which is why we posted on our Facebook page, which if you don't follow our Facebook page, you're slacking, but it's okay.
Make sure you go follow us at the @ Bay and Tray. That is BAEANDTRAY. I didn't forget this time. Yep, so make sure you go follow us. That's on YouTube and Facebook. Like I said, at Bay and Tray. So stay updated with all the latest drops and all that.
Yeah, and we're definitely going to start doing more interaction and stuff on there too, with videos potentially. But, I think this is a good part to talk about why we wanted to do a podcast.
Yep, exactly.
Some of you might be listening right now because you know who I am, or you know who Trey is, or you just saw us on the internet. You might be a random person that's just listening in Idaho. But why do you want to... Idaho. Why do you want to listen to us? And I feel like the best way to do that is for you to know a little bit more about us.
Correct.
Because why would you want to know what we got to say if you don't know who it's coming from?
Exactly. So we will give y'all some tea and give y'all a backstory about us, how we started. Some of you guys might not know that we actually dated years ago, back when we were teenagers.
Way back. Actually, were we 13 technically?
Yep.
Or were we tweens? Because was it at 12?
I was 13, you were 12.
I was 12.
Yeah, you were 12. So
Jeez, that's so crazy.
we first got together.
Yeah, but man, that's so wild. Back at Northdale. Shout out to the Northdale folks.
Gang.
Gang. But yeah, so let's just, I don't know, I want to kind of talk about my first impression. I don't know. I remember we first met each other when we were in 6th grade, so like 11 years old. And I just he walked into Mr. Kirko's homeroom class, and we were always in the same homeroom.
Every year.
Every single year of middle school. But we were in Mr. Kirko's homeroom, and he walked in, and I was just like, who is this fine 18-year-old man in this middle school classroom? He literally has looked 18 from 11 to now.
I have been the same height. Though, my whole life.
But I thought, dang, I needs that.
That is fun. See, my first impression was a little different. Well, it actually is exactly the same, just from a different point of view. I had just came back from Minnetonka Middle School. I was living in Minnetonka with my grandma. I actually lived in this area before in 5th grade, but I left, came back, and in around November, I came back to Northdale. Got put in Mr. Kirko's homeroom, and I remember I walked in, I seen you. We locked eyes, and you're the first person, or the only person I really cared about. Just looked at you, and okay, I knew. Alright, I gotta lock her down some way, somehow. some way, somehow. And it took a couple years, but
Yeah, we're always friends, and that's one of the things that I love about being with you, or even, you know, when we're not together. Like, above all else, we're friends.
mm-hmm.
But we were friends 6th grade, 7th grade, because I just moved to the suburbs, and, like, I was super shy, and also I wasn't allowed to date.
Yeah.
And so we just were friends and flirted a lot.
Definitely. Talked on the phone all night and stuff, falling asleep during Super Bowls and stuff.
Oh yeah, doing that whole hanging off the roof talking. What you doing?
Feet
So
on
if
the
I was
wall.
with you right now, what would we do?
Feet on the wall, you know, head hanging off the bed. Y'all know how it be.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. But then,
That was the days when we had to talk after 9 p.m. because
oh yeah, we had to wait till it was free.
yeah, till after 7 or 9 because you know minutes weren't free back then. Or
Oh man, and I didn't even have texting.
yeah, so
There was a time when we did not have texting.
We had it rough back then, man.
Man, do you remember we used to do like the 16-way phone calls on house phones?
Mm-hmm.
Literally all of Northdale on the phone.
Hey, yo, can you call this person? Should she call that? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that was kind of a tangent, but that was down memory lane for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But then we finally dated in 8th grade, quote unquote dated, whatever, like middle school.
Yeah, I finally grew some almonds.
Some huevos.
Yeah, grew some almonds down there, and I finally got some guts to ask her out, and it was great. But obviously, you know, good things come to an end sometime, you know. But
Yeah.
we stayed friends. We were on and off in high school until our junior year, and then we had a hiatus. 8-year.
Went its separate ways.
Mm-hmm. She lived her life. I lived my life. As you guys know, I got kids, and
3 of them.
three of them. You know, so I had my life going on. She had hers. She was out in college, doing her thing, and I was.
We'd go
doing my
years
thing.
without talking to each other too, because like we just had our own lives, and like
Yep.
I think I always respected just like I had to just respect my distance.
Yep.
Because I didn't want to ever
Understandable.
cross boundaries or anything like that. But
Mhm.
I did try to check in with you every few years just on
Yeah.
seeing how you are.
Definitely. The same here. It was crazy. Like every time that I would think of you or something, you'll hit me up, or vice versa. Most of the time, you'd hit me up.
It's because I'm
But-
psychic.
Yeah, but
And I know when you thinking about me, so I'm like, ooh, let me slide into his DMs, like.
it did go down the DMs, but we was definitely in there though. But yeah, it was crazy. Years went by, and it just still though like you said, we were always friends and just always cared for each other.
But it's crazy because, like, I literally, like, 2020 was the craziest year, and then it was like, hey, guess what? We did all the things that we did in 2020. Boom, let me bring back your childhood love.
Yeah.
And I never, ever really thought that would ever be a thing, and I never entertained the idea because, like you said, you had kids. You had a whole, like, you were doing your thing, you know, and I just did my thing, and so we were just cool, and it was just, I had to tell myself that, like, I kind of, like, downplayed it a lot, like, it was middle school, it was that young love, like, that Chris Brown be singing about, so, like, I just, you know, I dismissed it, and even, like, people would ask me, like, would you ever get back with Darius, and I'm just like, no.
Okay, and if you guys haven't realized yet, my name was Darius too. I got about 12 names and stuff. So Tray Vaughn, and for those who know, my gov is Darius. So if you hear that in there, back to the story.
My bad.
It's all good, babe. It's all good.
But yeah, and I don't know where I was at.
Yeah, you didn't entertain the idea.
Oh yeah, I never entertained the idea. I never thought about it. And then if you want me to be 100% real, like, I never once pictured myself ever dating anyone with kids. Like, just because I don't have kids, and I don't know, I just never, and I have dated and quote dated, but like talked to people before that has kids, but like, I just never really Don't cut your eyes out. What are you looking at me like that for? Like, who you dated?
I know. Okay, anyways, but
But yeah, but it just wasn't something that I ever thought would happen. But yeah, literally, it was the last thing that I expected to happen ever, because I just got out of a relationship, an on and off again relationship that I was in for 6 years.
And I just got a relationship that I was in since we last
Yeah.
got out of a relationship.
Yeah, and it was just weird timing. But there's one thing that I've personally learned this past year and a half, 2 years. I've been on a spiritual growth, and I've learned to not question things really as much when you when it comes in and just turns up your life.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to trust it, because God knows what he's doing. And so when we were both just there for each other, and I don't think either of us started hanging out with the idea that we were gonna get together. We literally just started, just kicked it, because we weren't in relationships, so we could have friendships.
We're happy for that part, and it's being with each other, but we're very similar, and we love each other's company, so
it's easy to enjoy each other. But then all of a sudden it was just oh my gosh, were all the feelings that I felt when I was a kid actually true? Do I really love this guy?
Not even that. It was all the signs the universe been telling me over the years true. Literally, how I told you, I used to think about you in my dreams. Not necessarily being with you, but just
appearing,
just signs and stuff, and just how it was weird how I was think of you and we wouldn't even be talking, and just things like that. But
you manifested me.
I'm definitely happy that we are back together, though. These last 6 months has been amazing.
I know, it's so crazy to think that it's been 6 months.
Yeah.
But it's been great, though. Ups and downs, it's been great. Because it's weird, though, because obviously, getting into a relationship after you both are getting out of a relationship, especially is as soon as we both did. But for me, they always see those memes that say girls are single in their heads, or they are broken up in their heads before they're broken up with physically. Have you seen those before? I feel I was prepping myself for my breakup for a year, because I knew I deserved better, and mentally I think physically I was still holding out for something to work, but mentally I was prepping myself because I was finally acknowledging my worth and my value. And so it's really cool. To me, it's the coolest concept that at the point in my life where I feel the most secure in who I am, and the most genuine love for myself, is when I love you.
Yes, I definitely feel the same way. And I was in a similar situation, but I wasn't necessarily prepping myself for a breakup, but things has been rocking my relationship for a while, and I knew where I stood, and I didn't think I knew things weren't going to progress. Things weren't progressing, and really I was there because of the kids and things like that. Now obviously we tried to make things work, but we couldn't, so we parted ways, and I think it was for the best for both of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone deserves to be happy.
And but before the breakup, it was different. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't prepping myself, but I knew that I knew that I couldn't be in a situation forever. I wasn't happy. She wasn't happy, and that wasn't unhealthy for us and for the kids, and we both had to find something else.
basically. But here we are, though. 6 months later, about to go on our first trip together. Are you excited, babe?
Yeah, I'm actually really, really excited. And it's so crazy because, like, to think of us in, like you said, like, 6 months together now, and, like, how different 6 months could have looked like.
Yeah.
Like, for us. Because
yeah, definitely, yeah.
That's, like, one thing we didn't say at all. Like, getting into a relationship, besides, like, the natural, like, the time thing and all that, like, I was supposed to move across the country.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, like, we decided to start dating knowing it was going to be long distance, which is crazy because I've done long distance, but
I haven't. But I was really
we were committed
ready,
to each other.
Ready to try something, and I didn't want to lose you.
Yeah.
And
I couldn't miss out on you twice.
no. So we're ready to do whatever it takes to be in each other's lives still.
But the week I was supposed to move, we found out that my mom actually got sick and had stage 4 cancer. So instead of moving, I got into grad school out in Arizona. But instead of moving, I moved in with my mom to take care of her and help out with the family. But it's so funny because, like, I spent so much time with Trey that I can literally not imagine what long distance would have been like. It would have been fine because that's what would have been our norm. Yeah. But, like, now I'm like,
we would probably talk on the phone 24/7, just in each other's ear, just
yeah, literally, we just went through life together.
Just talking, just hey, what's up?
Gosh, that's so crazy. But that's what I mean. Like, God literally just does whatever.
Yeah. And
it works out for the best. And, you know, here we are.
That's good.
All the time, and all the time he's good. Anyways. But yeah, so I don't know, like, that's us, you know, we're just two people that, you know, are committed to loving themselves and each other and growing individually and together.
Definitely.
And navigating life.
And she's my twin flame.
Absolutely, baby.
So, we're meant for each other.
For those who don't know what that is, we'll get to that maybe on another episode. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, we definitely get into the spiritual realm and all that.
All of that.
But I think it's time for the plug. Want to hit with the plug?
Oh, it's time for the plug.
All right, let's hit them with it, baby.
It's 3. Watch me like TV now. Yes, I doesn't, and I do it just to prove it. I'm still the great, I didn't lose it. Are you stupid? Typical, these fools forget I'm a criminal with the music-ish. Rhythmical, how I write my hits. Mythical, this a piss y'all spit, I spit original. That's a typical, turn up the flame, ain't kidding bro. The gut yes, so I'm biblical. It's critical when I get physical. Unequivocal to the rest. Is the proof that I'm the best. A lot of thoughts going on in my head. About to get them off my chest. I'm sick of the BS I've been dealing with. For many years I wasn't feeling ish. Depressed at hell and it really sucked. Cause I had my kids looking up. I bounced back with my chin up. I took L's, got my wins up. I told myself I had to man up. Ain't stopping until I get my bands up. TV, why you do it to 'em? I do it. Got everybody in my city saying TV, why you do it to 'em? I do it. Got everybody in my state saying TV, why you do it to 'em? I do it. Got everybody in this place saying TV, why you do it to 'em? And sure enough, I manned up. 9 to 5 until I get my bands up. Not stop until my fans up. Not stop until they hands up. Keep going hard, perfect my craft. Stay in alone, make my own path. Keep making hits, stay away from hits. Watch out for the snakes in case I miss. When I mow the grass, I been earn my stripes. Kept the flow clean, like a baby white. I spit nursery, that's what baby likes. I spit a murder scene, I just murder the mic. My thoughts start like I think at night. I spark cough, then I take a flight. I stay high and stay fly, like 3-6 until the day I die. When I medicate, I meditate. I don't hesitate to dedicate. I'm just waiting for that setting date. Count down the ticks till I detonate. All will resonate up
in your mind? Do you feel it tingle up in your spine? Well, from bar for bar, that's a pub crawl. From start to end, kill every line, kill every rhyme that I ever spit. Might not got their production miss, but if you listen, you will get them. Once you get them, you will get him. Once you get me, you will understand. Since 2010, I've been a man. Once you get me, you will understand. Since 2010, I've been a man.
TV, why you do it, Tom? I do it. Got everybody in my city saying, TV, why you do it, Tom? I do it. Got everybody in my state saying, TV, why you do it, Tom? I do it. Got everybody in this place saying, TV, why you do it, Tom?
So this portion of the show is what we call the plug. The plug is a part of the show where we want to talk about local artists. So we're both from Minnesota and we both care about art.
Yep, word.
And our very own Tray Vaughn is an artist himself.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Super fire. He is a rapper, and so it doesn't have to be just music, but we want to use a portion of our show to shout out local artists because,
Definitely.
you know, we have some real talent out here in Minnesota.
And they sleep on us, man. Minnesota's definitely up next, and we want to put that out there.
This is the plug.
Yep, so that song you heard a moment ago was actually my intro to my album called Turn Up the Flame. You can find this album on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, almost every platform you can buy or stream music on. So you can definitely do me a favor and go stream that. You can follow me on all social media at MN Tray Vaughn. That is MNTRAYVAUGHN. And I appreciate the support. We appreciate your support from the page in general. We definitely will shine some light on more people in the future. But for now, make sure you go stream that song and stream the album for me.
Yeah, this is definitely something that we want to do. So each episode, we're going to give a shout out to a different artist. Next week's episode is actually going to be a shout out to a local artist named Miho. So make sure you stay tuned in.
Most definitely.
Thank you so much for listening to our first show.
We finally did it, y'all.
We finally did it, and y'all were here with us. So y'all are officially the day ones.
Day ones, baby.
Hang in there. See y'all next week.
See ya. Deuces.
Trey and Bay, Vaughn, Dominic, my Bay. Paying Trey and Bay, Vaughn, Dominic, my Bay. Paying Trey and Bay, Vaughn, Dominic, my Bay. Paying Trey and Bay, Vaughn, Dominic, my Bay. Podcasts dropping, we ain't stopping. Thanks for the support, yeah, we been watching. Even if you don't, we still love you and we mean it. If you don't know who we are, let me sing it, let it ring it out.